In a small village in Transylvania, nestled at the foot of the Carpathian Mountains, there stood an old and imposing abandoned house, known as the Moon Mansion. The locals had passed down stories for generations about the strange events that occurred there. Every time the full moon rose high in the sky, eerie lights flickered through the mansion's windows and unsettling sounds echoed through its empty halls. One summer, a group of friends, driven by curiosity and the thrill of adventure, decided to spend a night in the Moon Mansion. There was Elena, the skeptic who dismissed the supernatural; Alex, the believer who was fascinated by the paranormal; Maria, the historian intrigued by the mansion's past; and Victor, the tech-savvy guy who brought along equipment to document their experience. As the sun set and the full moon emerged, the group set up their equipment in the mansion's grand foyer. Dust particles danced in the beams of their flashlights, and the air was thick with an unexplainable tension. They gathered around a large, ornate table in the center of the room, where Maria began to recount the mansion's history. "Legend has it," Maria began, "that the mansion was built by Countess Irina in the late 18th century. She was known for her beauty and her interest in the occult. Locals whispered that she conducted dark rituals in the mansion, seeking eternal youth and power. One night, under a full moon, she vanished without a trace, and ever since, strange phenomena have plagued this place." As she finished her story, the temperature in the room dropped suddenly. Victor's equipment began to pick up strange electromagnetic readings, and the lights they had set up flickered. Elena rolled her eyes, but couldn't shake the growing unease. Alex suggested they split up to explore different parts of the mansion. Elena and Maria headed upstairs to the master bedroom, while Alex and Victor ventured into the basement. The master bedroom was grand yet eerie, with a large ornate mirror dominating one wall. As Elena and Maria approached the mirror, they both felt a chill run down their spines. Meanwhile, in the basement, Alex and Victor discovered a hidden room filled with ancient books and peculiar artifacts. Among them was a dusty old journal that belonged to the Countess. As Victor skimmed through its pages, he found cryptic notes about a ritual that could summon spirits. Back in the master bedroom, Elena noticed a faint glow emanating from the mirror. As she stepped closer, she saw a shadowy figure within it. "Maria, do you see that?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Maria nodded, her eyes wide with fear. The figure seemed to reach out towards them, and suddenly, a deafening noise filled the room. Downstairs, Alex and Victor heard the noise and rushed to the master bedroom. They found Elena and Maria staring at the mirror, which now displayed a clear image of Countess Irina. She spoke in a voice that echoed through the room. "You have trespassed on sacred ground. Leave now or suffer the consequences." Panicked, the group hurried to gather their equipment and leave the mansion. As they exited, the lights in the mansion flickered one last time, and the door slammed shut behind them. They ran back to the village, where they recounted their harrowing experience to the astonished locals. The next day, they reviewed the footage and recordings from their night in the mansion. To their horror, they found images of ghostly figures and unsettling sounds they hadn't noticed in the moment. Despite the terror they felt, the experience left them with an insatiable curiosity about the paranormal. Years later, Elena, Alex, Maria, and Victor continued their investigations into the supernatural, always chasing the mysteries that lurked in the shadows. The Moon Mansion became a legend among paranormal enthusiasts, drawing more and more curious souls eager to uncover its secrets. But the villagers knew better. Some mysteries were best left undisturbed, especially under the light of a full moon.